What's up, everyone? This is Nate, and I am back with another Out of the Theater review, the first of two that you're actually going to get this week. I will be doing two Out of the Theater reviews. This was for a movie called Godzilla Minus Zero. This is the latest from the Toho company, so this is a Japanese film. There's nothing to do with the American Godzilla vs. Kong, none of that kind of stuff. And I just got back from seeing it in IMAX, early screening event thing, and I'm going to give you my 2 cents. But before I do, if you would, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell icon, that way you get notified every time new videos drop. If you would just give me a thumbs up, it definitely helps the video, and leave me a comment if this is a movie you are looking forward to, or if you also checked it out, what did you think of it? I will say this, I did see the last Godzilla movie, the last Japanese one. I think it was called Shin Godzilla. I saw that in the theater. I wasn't too crazy about that one, to be honest. Like, there were some cool moments, but overall, I just didn't love it. I didn't jive with it that good. And when I saw the trailer, I was like, ooh, wait a second. This movie looks kind of good. I mean, it mostly shows off Godzilla action and stuff like that, but it looked incredible. And so I was very excited to go see it. As far as my relationship with Godzilla films, I've seen the original one, of course, like the OG one. I'm familiar with the American ones. I have not seen like every single Godzilla movie there ever was. Now, I do try to go see one every time it comes out, whether it is from the legendary ones or the Toho Japanese ones. I gotta say, I love this movie. I thought this movie was great on multiple levels. Number one, the character parts where there's no Godzilla action, I really liked. The main character that we follow is in World War II. He was a kamikaze pilot, and he essentially chickens out of his duty and goes to this island and, says his plane's not working. And on this island, Godzilla first appears. And this is right at the beginning of the movie. So they don't wait around. They don't wait 35, 40 minutes into the movie to let you see Godzilla. He shows up on the island, and he's a smaller version of Godzilla. He's not like full, like billion feet tall Godzilla. And it was pretty awesome. Great. It starts off right with a bang. And this character ends up being one of the only survivors. And he has a lot of guilt. He goes back home after the war, obviously, and his whole town is destroyed. And nothing I've said is a spoiler or anything like that, but I have to say all that because the movie follows a guy who already feels like he did not do his duty. He has a lot of guilt. Other people have to remind him, or remind him that what he did wasn't the best. And so you're following him, and what that guilt ties into everything else that happens in the movie, his interactions with the female lead in the movie and a little child. And it's all very good. It's all very well done. So that's interesting. Even when there's no Godzilla, that is interesting. But it does tie into what happens with Godzilla and this character and how it relates and everything like that. Okay. So then you have the Godzilla scenes. And let me just tell you right now, these are some of the best Godzilla action scenes that I have ever seen. I'm not even lying. I know the American versions probably have a way bigger budget than this movie, and they have some good scenes in them, but they are way more bombastic. They're way more constant in the American ones. Here, they're kind of spaced out, and when he shows up, like the destruction, the mayhem, incredible. The effects are fantastic. I will say the laser, like heat breath thing that he does, this is the coolest version I've ever seen of it. It is way better than the legendary films where it's just like a constant laser beam. Like, I won't tell you how it works in this movie because I think you should see it, but it is the best, coolest one that I have seen personally. So the Godzilla stuff is amazing. And then in between, there's a little bit of humor, a lot of good, interesting characters that you like going along the story with. Yeah, I really, the music, they obviously have their callback to the original Godzilla music from the original film, and that's always welcome. And it's used in a couple of times, and both times it's awesome. So yeah, I don't really have any problems with this movie. I thought it was fantastic. The only thing I would say, maybe as far as negatives go, because the Godzilla scenes are so awesome, I did want a little more of them. And while I did enjoy the character stuff and that journey, I wanted a little less. I think this movie was maybe 15 minutes too long. I guess that would be the only thing. If this was like a lean hour and 45, cut a few scenes here and there with the non-Godzilla parts, this would have been a 10 out of 10 for me. But because there's a few moments where I'm like, oh, okay, I'm ready to like get along with it, especially in the third act. Still a great movie. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think it is fantastic. If it's playing in a theater near you, I highly recommend it. If you like Godzilla or monster films or anything like that, definitely check it out. It's well worth your time. I will be back with another Out of the Theater review tomorrow for the new John Woo film, Silent Night. So keep an eye out for that. Until then, take it easy.